Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday. We've made it to Monday. Another week has begun. I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but I'm using the big camera today, not my cell phone. I decided to go a different route, give it a shot since I haven't used it in a while. Also, check out my phone case. How awesome is this? I don't know. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus on it. There it goes. How awesome is this phone case? I bought this at Disney Springs at D-Tech. Woo! I can't speak today. I bought it at D-Tech and it's out of focus again. It has Madame Leota on it. I even got my name put on it. How cool is that? I really like this one. It looks like a tarot card, which is a lot of fun. My other phone case that I got from D-Tech back in July started coming apart. They actually repaired it for me. So I can still use it, but I really do like this one a lot right now, so I'm keeping this one for right now, because I really do like the look of this one. So there's that. So I decided to go a different route and try to film on the big camera versus on my phone today, just to kind of go back to old school, because I used to do a lot of videos on my camera. The only reason I don't do a lot of videos on it when I'm traveling or out and about is it is a larger camera. This is a DSLR. It is a Nikon D5600, so it is a bit of a larger camera. I do have two lenses for it. The current lens is a smaller lens, and then of course then I have the bigger telescopic lens to do more close-up stuff. I don't use it very often. I was doing some testing earlier before I started videoing. I did a whole entire intro using some of my old studio lighting, because I did used to be a photographer. I did used to take a lot of portraiture, so I have quite a bit of studio lighting just lying about the house. So I did try a few different things, and honestly I reverted right back to the natural lighting that comes in from these two glorious corner windows, because I look a lot better and I don't look like I'm sitting under a lamp. The lights that I have, they are warm toned, and so they give off this, you're sitting in next to a lamp, like an incandescent lamp is basically what it looks like. It's too warm for my taste, so I like this one a lot better. Plus, this washes out my face a little bit and makes my skin look a little better than it really is. So bonus kudo points on that one. So part of the reason why I've swapped to doing the camera versus doing my normal is I kind of did some self-evaluation over the weekend, thinking about my videos and talking with a couple of friends, as well as you know, kind of putting some ideas in my head. I realized that a lot of my content is my daily life, which my daily life, let's just be honest, is a very boring life. I don't do anything exciting. I don't travel every single day. I don't go to Disney every single day. I don't do anything extremely, extraordinarily awesome every single day. I sit at my desk, I work all day long, I clean house, I do laundry, I go to the grocery store. I'm boring. I mean, let's just be honest, I am boring. Now, occasionally I do travel. I do have a trip already planned for a couple of weeks from now to kind of go out of town and do a little maybe Christmas shopping and do some relaxing before the big holidays hit, because yes, Christmas is just right around the corner. I mean, I'm already putting up Christmas lights, for goodness sakes. So with that being said, I thought I would try to kind of reformat myself a little bit, try some new things. I've tried doing thumbnails, I've tried doing other things, and I'm really wanting to be more of a can't speak words. I want to be more of a content creator and be able to create content that people are going to be wanting to watch. Don't get me wrong, my life is kind of interesting sometimes. I use that very loosely sometimes. But I really do want to be able to relate. And I hope I'm relatable to you guys that watch. And I hope you understand, you know, I'm human, right? I'm not some big famous person by any means, and I probably never will be. So I'm okay with that. But I also understand I'm kind of boring to watch sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to stick with Pin Mail Monday today. I'm definitely going to do that because pins are life. So hashtag pins are life. We need to make that a thing. But yes, today will still be Pin Mail Monday. I'm still going to go through my day-to-day life, but I may put in some additional content like I used to. I used to do funny little things and skits. Now, I was talking to Joe yesterday, and I was like, you know, I really want to change my format, but I'm like, also at the same time, I'm not funny. I mean, let's just face it, I'm not funny. I have funny moments, But I tend to be very vulgar when I'm not being fun or trying to be funny, because for some reason I feel like vulgar is funny. And as you guys know, I try to keep it very G-rated on here, and I want to keep it that way. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn and conflicted. I do watch a lot of vloggers and YouTube shows and channels and things, so I don't see a problem in keeping it clean. There's no need for that. I try not to bring political stuff into it. No need for it. There's plenty of political crap out there if you want to see it. There are plenty of people that swear every single day. If you want to see that, that's fine. But I try to keep mine a little more on the PG side. Maybe PG-13 some days. Let's just be honest. So really and honestly, that's kind of where I stand. So I'm trying to think of how I can reformat things and get myself into a better place to provide you guys better content other than just watching me sit here all day. My computer just let me know that there's an update that needs to be done that I've put off for like, I don't know, 3 months. Do you do that? I do that. I put off updates to the last minute, except for my phone. For my iPhone, I will update it this very first day that it's due to be updated. But my computer, I think it's had this same update for, no joke, 3-4 months. I just don't ever update anything. So there's that. But yes, so that's where I stand. We're going to go ahead and get Monday started. We're going to look at some pins. I've got a ton of pins that I got while I was Disney. Still have yet to go through them all. And so more than likely, this pin mail will be split out over multiple pin mail Mondays because there are so many. Which reminds me, I need to get to the hobby store and get some additional frames and boards because I have so many pins now that I brought home that I'm going to need probably 3 or 4 more boards. I'm actually going to do an entire Epcot 35th anniversary board that I'm going to put together. I just have to buy the right board. I may do a larger frame for it because it has quite a bit of stuff to go in it. So I think today we will show that. Today we will look at the Epcot 35th merch that I picked up. Not the Magic Band, but all the additional merch that I got for pins and lanyard pieces and so forth, so that you can kind of see what I got, and it'll also be pins. So sound like a good deal? Yeah, you just nodded your head, and if you didn't, shame on you. Anyway, let's go look at some pins. Alright, so jumping right into pins, this is the first one. Some of these you may have seen already. I did do an entire video last Monday, I believe it was, over the Epcot 35th anniversary mystery set. So I'll try to put a link to that here if you want to go back and look at that one. But these are just 35th anniversary specific pins, individuals. So this one right here is the one that was released on October 1st for the limited release. This is a limited edition. This one is the dawn of the new Disney era. Has the Epcot there in the center. One of my favorite features of this one, and I'm going to pick this pin up for you real quick. And if my camera will focus, there you go. It actually is stained glass. So all of the colors in it are stained glass, which makes it really, really cool. I like that feature a lot, actually. And so what I'm going to just flip it over for you. And that's what the back of it looks like once my camera focuses. You're going to focus, camera. There we go. So that's what the back of it looks like. Some of the stained glass does bleed out a little bit. But it is a limited edition of 3,000. So this one's really, really cool. I really like this one, and I can't wait to put it in with the other pin set. Alright, the next one here is a Epcot 35th anniversary pin for October 1st. Now this one actually came from D23 Expo. So this one I did not pick up while I was at Disney World. This one actually came in the mail. I ordered this one online because I obviously was not going to be able to make it to D23. But I thought I would bring it in here, and it will actually be a part of the set because it is part of the Epcot 35th anniversary. I'm going to bring it up closer here so you can take a look at this one. As soon as the camera focuses, there you go. So a really good shot of it there. You can see the 21st century began October 1st, 1982. Featuring Dreamfinder and Figment right there in the very front. On the left side here, you can see some of the characters from the Kitchen Cabaret and the robot from Horizons. As well as you see the sneaky dinosaur back there from Energy Adventure. So really neat pin. I like all the retro characters. Of course, I absolutely love Figment and Dreamfinder. Of course, for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, I did Disney Bound as Dreamfinder, so maybe that's a little bit of a thing as well. I do really enjoy vintage Epcot, so that's one of my favorites. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, our next one up is a rack pin for Epcot 35. Now, I will tell you that last one, the one that had Dreamfinder and Figment, this one here, well, my camera will focus. This one here, this one was a limited edition of only 1,000. So there was only 1,000 of those produced. This one is a rack pin. It's pretty common. It's not a limited release or limited anything. It is a rack pin for Epcot 35 featuring Figment, the Earth logo there in the center with the rings. I'm going to bring it up for a little closer view if I can get it off the card. There we go. So there's a little bit of a closer view of the Epcot 35 logo there with Figment in his little yellow sweater, looking all happy as always. Absolutely love Figment. He's a great character. There's the back of the pin. As you can see, it does feature, if my camera focuses on it that close, no, it won't. So it does feature the Epcot 35th logo right there in the center, the pin trading logo as your standard base pieces as well. So that's just your standard rack pin for the 35th. Nothing limited or special, but it will still go in the frame with the others. Next up is the Epcot Trifold 35th Anniversary pin. This one is a limited edition of 3,000. I do believe a majority of the pins for this celebration or this release are of a limited edition of 3,000, if that is an LE. This one is a trifold, and I'm going to pick it up for you real quick and give you a look at it here so you can see it a little closer. So it does feature the Epcot logo there with the 35. Really nice color to this pin. I love the retro colors they use upon the sides here. That's one of my favorite things about the 35th is they are using these retro colors that they would have been using. As I mentioned, this is a trifold, so I've already went and unfolded it for you so you could see it. This is again the piece that we were looking at a moment ago. So that would be the first piece. The middle section is featuring all of the lands or the original pavilions that were a part of Future World at Epcot. It does feature October 1st, 1982 on it, and it shows all those icons there. And then the final piece of the trifold is the logo again, but with our good pal Figment hanging out there on the side looking cool as always. So it's really neat how this one works. Get my camera to focus back in on it there. It does just fold right up into a nice neat little package. Again, this one is a limited edition of 3,000 on this one. Next up, we have a limited release pin. I may have shown this one to you guys before. It does feature Figment, Epcot 35, October 1st, 2017. That was the official date for the 35th anniversary of Epcot. And it does have the dangle piece that says I was there. This is a limited release, not a limited edition, so there is not a limited amount of these. I already had this one prior to going to Epcot for Disney, but while I was there, the rack pin case that they had all the limited edition stuff in, this was in there as well, and they had quite a few of these still hanging out. It is a really neat pin. I will show it again to you up close so you can see it. Featuring Figment there with Spaceship Earth right there in the center, the date, and I really like the little I was there dangle. The back does have the standard pattern on it here with the 35th also as a limited release. Now again, when you're looking at value, this one is value for me because I really like it. And I really like the 35th information and things that they have with it. But as far as value goes, these are pretty commonplace because you can still buy them at Epcot at the Pin Traders shop right when you go into Future World. So there's that. On to the next. Alright, our next one here is a simple pin. This is a rack pin. It just says Epcot 82 on it with the logo there and the colors. I like this one. This is a rack pin I actually picked up at Character Connection, or I'm getting Cast Connection confused. At the Character Warehouse that I stopped at on the way out of town. And it is just a standard rack pin. Nothing special. It's not really a part of the 35th directly. There is no limited edition to it. The back of it is just a standard pin. As you can see, it doesn't even have the 35th logo on it. But I did like this pin because of the fact that it is dating the year that Epcot came about. And it also shows, you know, those retro colors that kind of match in with all the other pins you've been seeing. I do have 2 or 3 more pieces to show you, but I thought I would throw this one in here as well because I do like this pin, and again, I am a sucker for Epcot. Alright, our next piece here is a lanyard and pin set. It's the lanyard metal, which is the bigger piece here in the center, and then a pin that matches it. It is a limited release piece set. This is featuring this lanyard piece here, which has the waffle pattern on it. I actually want to use this versus putting in the shelf. Because I really do like it. And the pin is identical to the lanyard, so I'm going to bring it up because it's easier to pull off than the other piece. Oh, there we go. So it features Spaceship Earth with the Epcot 35. It does have the original towers that were in front of Spaceship Earth in the display area. I don't remember what they were called, but they used to be right out front of Spaceship Earth. I really should have just researched that first. But if we look at the back of it here, it does feature the waffle pattern limited release, and it does have the 35th logo right there. So being that it is a limited release, it does not have a release number. So this one again is just a limited release, meaning it was only out for so long, as opposed to the limited edition, which will mean there is a smaller amount of those, where this one is pretty popular. I really like this one a lot just because it does give you that flashback to the old retro Epcot. So we've got 2 or 3 more items to look at, and then we'll be just about done. Alright, our next piece is actually not a pin, but a pin lanyard. This is a super, super thick pin lanyard. Most lanyards are about half that. But this one is super wide. I actually put it on my neck and I was like, no, too wide for my neck. But I went ahead and got it because I thought it would look really good in the display case with the pins and everything that I'm going to do for the 35th. It's just orange on the back, has the Epcot 35 right here in the center, and of course it has all the retro colors that I really do enjoy. I actually saw people using it as a camera strap while I was there, because it is so thick and big, and it is pretty solid as far as that goes. These were not a limited anything as far as I know. These were all over the place for sale in Mouse Gears, the Pin Shop, and I think I saw it at Journey into Imagination and maybe Soarin'? I don't remember. I saw it quite a few places. But I know definitely at Mouse Gears and the Pin Shop. And I'm pretty sure I bought this one at Mouse Gears. But definitely, if you like the thick ones, this is a good one. I just really like it because of the logo and because of the color scheme, honestly. So, we are just about done. I'm going to wrap that up, but I've got one more pin I want to show you. Alright, so this is the final pin here. It is in a special box. Most of you may have heard me talk about this already. You may have seen pictures of it on social media. This is the special edition jumbo pin from Epcot 35th. The box itself does feature the retro colors on it. It has the little window here so you can see the piece of the pin. The back of it does tell you a little bit about it. It shows that it is the 35th. It tells you the address of sorts, as well as the limited edition size of 1,000. Now the box on this one is a little bit on the scuffed up side. There is a reason for that. This was the very last pin that was available to purchase in the parks, period. And being that there's only 1,000 left, or 1,000 of them made, this was the very last one, so the box had a little damage because it was the display model. because they did not have any more in the original boxes. Normally they come in a protective box over this, and it did not come with that because of the fact that it was the display model. So that's the one I got. So I'm going to open the box up for you real quick. And there you have it. There is the 35th anniversary jumbo pin. To give you an idea of pin size, I'm going to compare it to a standard pin that you would get in a mystery pack. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of the size of it. It is quite large in size. It's probably about the size of the palm of my hand. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you here. And so you can take a better look at the pin itself. Really great pin, very quality, very well built together. And what I'll do is I'll pull it out and give you a little more look at it up close and the back of it as well. Alright, so this is the front of it out of the box. Again, you can see on it the pattern for the spaceship Earth there, the big 35 in the middle, and the blue legs at the bottom. I really wish they had incorporated some of those retro colors into this pin, but they did not. Again, I will show you, it is about the size of the palm of my hand. I'm going to zoom back out here so you can see a little better. It is a very large pin. The back does feature 4 pin prongs for your securing here. It does have the waffle pattern across the bottom. It has a little blip right here, but again, you know, Disney's laxing on these pins recently. It does show the limited edition of 1000 and your lovely waffle pattern. I will tell you, holding it face down like this in the palm of my hand hurt a little because those 4 pin pieces are a little sharp. But there is your 35th pin. So that's it. That is all of the pins for the 35th that I did purchase while I was there. I really like a lot of the pins and the sets. I do have the full mystery set. Again, if you want to see that, make sure you look at the videos from the couple weeks ago. It does show some of the ones from the past. But that is where we are. That is the 35th logo set pin collection that I did pick up while at Disney. Quite a few pins in the set, and I really like them all. But I'm very proud of this one because it is my first venture into the jumbo pin world. And if you've never looked at jumbo pins, definitely take a look at them. There are some, this one's pretty good size, but there are some that are much, much larger and bigger. So I'm slowly working my way into that crowd as well. But that's the 35th set. Let's get on with the rest of Monday. Alright everybody, well you just saw all those pins. Those are some amazing, amazing pins that I picked up while I was at Disney World. And trust me, there is a lot more in that bag still over there that I get to explore with you over the next few weeks. And I want to kind of open them up and kind of show them to you a little bit at a time, maybe in pieces or in sets, so you get an idea. And I know this video has been really long because there was a lot of pins. When I told you earlier at the beginning, I warned you, there is a lot of pins. I was not kidding, there are a lot of pins. But at least using the big camera, you get to see them in a little bit better detail and get to see them and understand a little more about them maybe visually, where my phone may not pick up all the details. So with that being said, that is all the pins for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed getting to explore pins with me. I am really passionate about them and slowly building my collection, slowly making it bigger and bigger. In my office, which I always typically vlog my week vlogs, in my office, I have my trader board. I have 2 additional boards that are either completer boards that I'm creating to complete the set, or it's just stuff that I like that couldn't fit in the other case, which is right here to my left, your right, that has items in it that's just packed full. I don't have enough room. So I will be going to the hobby store to pick up some more boards so that I can go ahead and put the other pins that I have that are not in sets up. So that'll be my next project as I move forward. Make sure you follow me on all social media if you are a pin trader or if you want to trade pins. I do have a lot of traders that are up right now. Not a lot of the smaller traders. I have the larger traders right now. I'm willing to trade or sell on if you really are interested in them. I have some of the Epcot 30th mystery set pins available. I have some Alice Through the Looking Glass pins somewhere. I actually have a whole set of those, minus the chasers. that I could part with easily. I have a lot of other pins such as Soon Soons. I have 28 main mystery limited edition pin sets, some traders on that. So if you're interested, make sure you follow me on those. Any of those pins that I showed you today and any of the ones you saw, did you like them? Would you want them? Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite and which one you would like to have most. Because I like to know what pins everybody else likes as well. So let me know about on that. So the day has pretty much got away from me. It is already almost 5 o'clock. So you know what that means. It's almost the end of the day and almost time for the end of the video. So thank you for watching again. I'll be heading to the grocery store after this to come home and maybe watch a little Supernatural. I've got 2 episodes left in season 5 and then I'll roll into season 6. So I'm moving right along. But again, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little journey with us today, or with me, excuse me. I hope you've enjoyed this journey with me today. I hope you enjoyed learning about pins and kind of seeing some of the collection that I have. And if you want to see anything else that I have clip pin-wise in my collection, I will be glad to go back over it with you. Again, I will put some links in some other videos that have pins in it. Just go back through my videos if you don't see it and look for any that are Pin Mail Mondays. Even though I don't technically get it in the mail, I'm still calling it Pin Mail Mondays so that it fits. It sounds good. So make sure you go back through some of those and see some of those older pin sets that I've got. I really love my Haunted Mansion pin set that I have hanging in the living room. So it's one of my absolute favorites. I also have some extra Haunted Mansion pins that I picked up while I was out. So you might get to see those in the coming weeks as well. Yeah. So with that being said, I am off. I'm out of here. I'm going to close up shop. I'm going to get in the car and head out on my way. Just like always, if you are not, make sure you subscribe down below. Click the little bell. I upload every single day, barring YouTube doesn't have any technical problems or I don't lose internet. That would be horrible. But every day there should be a video for you. Up so far, I think this is video 201? No. 202. This should be video 202. So that means I've done 202 videos since I started this experience, and it's been a blast and I've loved it. So I'm glad you're tuning in. I'm glad you're watching. Thank you so much for being here. Again, make sure you like and subscribe down below if you're not already. Make sure you follow me on all social media stuff. I try to post as much as I possibly can, at least on Instagram and Twitter. Snapchat I have yet to figure out really well. I'm just honest. I haven't done that yet. But I do have a Facebook page as well. I don't really post on it. Most everything I post on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube all forwards over there. So not a lot of interaction there. But I do have one of those as well. So if you go to my profile page, click on the little icons on the right hand side, it'll take you right over to them. I don't really post on Snapchat a lot, mostly just because I haven't figured it out. And because I don't think I have a lot of friends on there yet. And plus, who wants to look at my mug all day long? Who knows? Maybe I'll start using it more often. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on the other side. Till tomorrow.